Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been an inspirational show thus far. MOT South Africa is certainly going to take us further along that path in partnership with MySchool MyVillage MyPlanet. They are working with young people, teaching them to make conscious life choices. I absolutely love that. That will help them develop to be the best versions of themselves that they can be and develop into their full potential, and to help give them a little bit of courage to say no, courage to inspire others in their same community and say yes to a more authentic life, something that we try to live by on the show. So MOT's training program gives young people the strength to manage peer pressure, which is massive. We know that, to believe in themselves and to take responsibility for their own lives and future. I absolutely love every box that we have just ticked, and we are now joined by an inspiring group this morning to tell us a little bit more about the partnership and the impact that they are having. Very warm welcome to Peter Twine, who we know and love, of course. Joining us is Nanziwe Daisy Mbatha, Ayanda, Dlamini, and Andiswa Makha. Sorry we ran out of space on the couch for you. We had to. But life is tough, girl. You know this. You know this, man. It's about.
You have to have
it's about persevering. You're a very impressive group of young women. So thank you so much. You're also impressive, Peter. Thank you. For the uninitiated, what is MOT South Africa all about?
So MOT actually stands for courage, or ability to have courage. And so what we do, it is a comprehensive global life skills concept, as you've said, which strengthens young people to have resilience and awareness and to have the courage to live, to care and say no. And as Tata Madiba said, you know, to rise above all circumstances is important for you to have the dedication and passion as well. So those are the values that we instill in young people.
It's quite something to sum up pretty much every socio-economic issue in one kind of line. And I'm going to focus on one portion of that line, just say no. Why is that so important in a South African context?
I think it really is. I mean, you know, having the courage to say no, it really does take a lot. And when we look at, you know, the groups that we work with at MOT, it's young people. So it's so much easier to want to blend in, to be a part of the crowd. And sometimes blending in is not going to get you very far. And sometimes having the courage to step up and say no and take a different kind of decision and a different step, that will probably get you much further than, you know, what the rest of the crew is getting up to.
And it's probably even more difficult now because there is a social media element that we, or elephant in the room, that we kind of paint over and we treat it as a light thing, but it's controlling people's lives. Adults are governed by it. I know, Peter, you were posting on Instagram just now. You're like, am I wearing the right jacket? I'm going to have to ask the ladies. No, I think in all seriousness, these sorts of campaigns are brilliant, but they need funding, they need support, and they need buy-in from a bigger community. And I think for MySchool MyVillage MyPlanet, I've been lucky enough to enjoy some of my most memorable moments on TV because of the kind of partnerships you have. Why was it so important to back these girls?
This year we actually celebrating Mandela Day on a very different way, and focusing on not just the day but also the total month to make a difference.
Good.
So partnering with the team at MOT, we're focusing on celebrating the leadership style that Madiba left us. That great style that encouraged people and equipped people. And the MySchool MyVillage MyPlanet program is actually asking our supporters to engage as well, holistically. For every swipe that they make, we will contribute an additional amount, in addition to what they're getting for their own beneficiaries, we're giving to MOT to develop these 67 young people for life in South Africa. So we're very encouraged by what the team is doing, but also from the program side, it is our ethos, it is our purpose to make a difference in the lives of South Africans.
It's called headhunting. They're just looking for their next exceptional young person to hire in a couple of years. And I say that unashamedly because every company should be doing this. Create the workforce, create the community, the country that you want. And I am joking, but I know this is ultimately the precipice that we stand on. So we know the bigger picture can depress us because it feels like we're losing, but then you focus in on a number of individuals, a small group of phenomenal young people, young women doing something, and that's when the light bulb suddenly lights up and you realize, okay, this is one person can turn the tide. What has it meant to you? And maybe you can all weigh in here, to be a mentor, to be involved in this program when you start to see those success stories and that come through.
Well, basically for me, it has meant a lot because with the MOT training program, becoming a young motivator, you get to meet other young people and you get to share our life difficulties, our challenges in life, and you get to understand that you're not the only one who's facing so much in life. And you get to inspire other people with your story, because I know with me, I was suffering from depression for the longest time and was struggling to tell anyone about it. And with MOT, it has enabled me to inspire other people by telling them what I've been through, what it has made for me in life, where it has put me in life, and struggling with the acceptance of my sexuality and all of that. So I've dealt with a lot in life, but through courage that MOT has taught me, I am the person that I am today. I am able to talk about it freely, and I am able to accept myself for the person that I am. So yeah.
And Graham, I think the beautiful thing about MOT is the fact that it's young people motivating, encouraging, giving each other courage. It's not like, and as much as we respect, the older generation, we respect it, but I think when young people...
Why did you look at the two of us when you said that? Let's stand, girl.
I see the grey spikes coming in. The grey spikes coming in. But I think the jewel in all of this is that young people are having these conversations with each other. Young people are helping each other. Like our motivator here was saying that she was able to talk and be courageous and having a conversation about whether it be sexuality, depression, but it's young people coming together and saying, we can actually do something about these things. Because, as much as we want to go to, somebody who is older to give us advice, I think most of the time we take it from our peers.
Well, the thing is, they just can't relate sometimes.
There
So I think the most important thing here, how do we get a card, or how do we support, how do we swipe? Do we have to change anything in the way that we swipe? What do we need to do?
It's actually so simple. So if you're not a supporter, go to our website or download the MySchool app. You'll get a virtual card. You start interacting immediately. And also for our existing supporters, just go out there in July. There's a few, 2 weeks left, and let's go for it. Let's really swipe, because that swipe will also help these young people going forward in life. And it'll make them the citizens that South Africa need to realize our potential.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But we need money, y'all, to be able to do these things. So please support. And we're making it so easy. You can still support the campaigns that you're already supporting. And throughout the month, the Mandela Month, add a little extra support to these incredible, phenomenal young women. Thank you so much for joining us. Just say yes to that and just say no to everything else. All those pressures. And we know there are a lot. So thank you so much for being relatable, for putting yourselves out there. And I'll see you as just one of the girls, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported as well. Hopefully that's inspired you just a little bit today.